Worry in your mind, fear is how it starts. Unsure of what you'll find, it could tear you apart. You take a leap of chance, you break your mother's oath now. Macabre is the dance, and set free are the ghosts. Will the card save us here? Will it spell out our dooms? Only one thing is clear, we face fears and fortunes. Fears and fortunes, the cards don't ever lie. There's only 14 ghosts, but a million ways to die.
Hello! We are live with a brand new episode of Fears and Fortunes. I am here with our wonderful cast for episode 3 of season 2. We have a wonderful show for you tonight and tons of stuff to get into, so I'm going to jump into it really quick. But before I do, I have something to share with you guys. We got fan art last week from our wonderful friend on the Forgotten Adventures team, Levy, made this amazing piece. It is not what you are expecting at all, but I actually love this more than so many other things.
Get it tatted now.
Oh, that's my old friend.
Oh my
What's his
god.
name?
I do have to give him a name.
Don't remember.
Next time we see him, we'll have a name for him.
We get to see him again?
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Oh, he is a turtle,
We
sorry.
own him.
Somebody, I'll just say it now.
took-
Somebody decided to make him into a paperweight at their office. So,
Yeah.
we're gonna see more of this wonderful
That's my boy.
warlock. That was from last week's episode. If you hadn't seen it, it was very funny. It was a great episode. Go watch that. And at the end of that episode, you guys were all reached out to by the prince, who brought you all some letters. Letters from your dear friend, Lucian. And he gave those to Aaren. And Aaren, I believe you have decided you're giving them to the players in the morning?
He's kind of going back and forth. Actually, is Pepper there?
Pepper
To help
is
him
around.
Okay. I think he'll speak with her first.
Okay. Yep, one moment. Where is Pepper? Here you are. Okay, yeah, you find Pepper.
I just say, hey there, sweetheart. You got a second?
Yeah, what's wrong?
Well, we got letters from Lucian. And I don't know, I'm just trying to decide if it's something that they need tonight, or it might, I don't know, throw them off for tomorrow. I mean, either way it will. But
I'm sorry, you were gonna wake them up with that?
is that better than going to sleep with that information?
I think it's better if they sleep on it. I mean, it's not going to be easier tomorrow, but at least they can face it on their own tonight before they start the day. You're gonna go to Fable when she's done putting makeup on, and you're gonna hand her a letter then.
Oh, well, you don't have to. You don't really put it like that. All right, everyone, come on. And he has like a little dinner bell in the kitchen that he starts begging. Everybody go to the bonus room upstairs. Bonus
Pepper
room upstairs.
puts on her concerned face as she tries to like have like a serious demeanor about this, and you guys all show up. Waiting for you there, Aaren has several packages, one for each of you. You get yours, Sly. It's a small package, like about the size of a shoebox. And you get yours, Fable. It's like the size of a pencil holder. Una, yours is massive. It is like this. It's bigger than a pizza box, and thicker too. And Aaren has one as well. Zoraius, you come down. Do you see like how do you react to this? Because there's nothing for you, of course.
Yeah. Aaren did call everyone, so I am here. I think Zoraius is going to prop up near the door, just kind of leaned up against the wall. And I think at this time, he's really observing everyone. He's trying to piece together what exactly is going on. He knows that he's missing some information, so I think he's just being very observant at like the side of the room.
All right, everyone. Before we go to bed, I need to talk to you all.
Now is a good time to talk to us.
Yeah.
Before
Well,
bed.
there's no good time to really do this.
Okay, so it could be the morning.
Yeah, but it's not. So the prince broke in to our humble abode.
Wait, what? When?
Yeah, tonight. It's secure and warded, and yes, he broke in and teleported out somehow.
Hot.
No.
Sorry.
No,
That's
no, Fable,
big
not
security
hot.
threat.
No,
No,
no, yeah,
very,
that's
very
awful.
Thank
big.
you. Thank you, Una. That's
Mhm.
exactly.
Threat.
That's actually what I was about to say.
In fairness,
Well, like,
Is that what
he
the
is
ladies
large.
find
In
hot
fairness,
here?
you are all still very much moving in. A lot of
Yeah.
your stuff is like in boxes and everything, so the place isn't entirely secure. I just want to clarify that. You guys
Still
are
breaking
living here.
in.
Why,
But
why are you clarifying that, George?
I'm clarifying that just to
Yeah.
explain that
Uh-huh.
in the future they might not be able to do so.
No, no, no.
So
The
easy.
prince is a mastermind. We should just.
It's not a
Not
fully
underestimate
magical
him.
break-in, but still an uninvited break-in nonetheless. Regardless, the point I'm trying to say is that there's more that we got to talk about when it comes to the politics of our situation and what our next move is going to be. That discussion we'll save for the morning. More importantly, he brought these for each of you. These are these are Lucian's parting gifts. What the? Okay. So, before we get into them and go our separate ways, see what's inside, just remember, if you need to talk, I'm always available. If you don't want to talk at all, that's fine. Need somebody to keep you company. That's what I'm here for. So,
And what I am here for, too.
thank you, Una. Y'all have a good night now.
We are going to
meeting adjourned.
open these together, shouldn't we?
No, I'm. No.
No.
There could be clues.
We can
To be
talk
stronger
about them
or
in
how-
the morning, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, Seer.
It's just like. It's just
Takes my
like.
pizza box, turns around, walks through the door. But, George, would you say that I could hit the sides of this box with the door frame?
Yeah, and it's got some heft to it too. So you
Great.
and you hear like a loud like metal thunk.
How am I supposed to do anything on land with these frames in another box inside of another place? There's no freedom in here. How do you live? As they turn around and they set down the box and they try to drag it out, you can see that they're struggling. They're exhausted. from this
You
battle,
need
right?
help on it. You need me to just take it downstairs.
How are you going to get it through here? Brute force?
He turns it sideways. All right.
Now the contents could be sideways. What? was-
We
a
will
ripped up
we'll cross
map
that
or
bridge when
a
it
note
explodes. And he
Now it's
walks
going to-
downstairs. Or no, your room's upstairs, so he walks.
Yeah. You feel a nice gentle like raindrop on you as they cast guidance on you. What
Appreciate it.
kind of explosion? Hopefully this will suffice.
Another one of those figures of speech. But you go, and he puts it down on your. What do you? Do you have a waterbed?
Do we get to explain this bed situation?
You can explain it,
I-
but I have nothing to show
Briefly?
yet. We will have that soon.
No waterbed art, George? Really?
It's coming.
Yes,
Whatever,
there's a
just-
water.
That's
not gonna
not
say it.
stable. I'll just put it on the table. You have a good night. Puts his hand on your shoulder. You are still damp. All right. Have a good night.
You see that as you put the hand on them as they've walked in, they're already meditating, like knocked out, ready to go, standing right there with you. Door wide open.
I will close the door very soon.
So all of you go back to your own rooms. Who would like to open theirs first? If no one speaks up, I will have you roll for it.
I'll go first.
Yeah. I mean, as far as order goes, I don't think Fable would just open it. I don't think she really would expect a lot. But go ahead and do it, Aaren. I can go after.
Okay. Aaren, you open yours. And first thing you notice in the package, you got like a small box, smaller than Sly's, but not as small as Fable's. Inside you find a health potion and a letter.
Aaren, the story goes a lone wolf separated from their pack will be picked off and claimed by the carnivores around them. I suppose that would be true for me if I could have died. But I didn't. It wasn't until the last few days that I truly appreciated that story. Sly could have been a lone wolf, on her own, to fight off the darkness, only to eventually be consumed by it. But she's not. She has her pack of one. You. You are skilled. I can see that. You are strong, which is also true. But never forget the real reason you are so important to her. You love. Not just her mother, but her as well. I'm no longer going to be around to help guide her and protect her. But even then, I would have only gone so far. So I ask you, again, to watch out for her. Everyone has an agenda. Everyone will want to use her for some personal thing, to twist her, turn her, mold her. Even I can admit, I was doing the same. I wanted an end. She was my ticket. Funny thing about love is, it changes people. In the end, out of all the things I expected, wanting more time is not one of them. Be her protector. Be her voice of reason. I feel you have the hardest task of anyone. She will make mistakes, wrong choices. People will suffer and die. It's inevitable. And her pain will be your pain. Her failures will be your failures. But also remember that there's another side as well. She will succeed. She will achieve. And those achievements will be yours. Her success, your successes. Until the day you are no longer needed. Then, you only need to love. And love from afar. This gift I'm leaving will help you now and through until the end. As a way to, I guess, have a voice for her to listen to and lean on, no matter how far from you she goes. One final note. As I spend my last days in this place, I was that lone wolf, consumed by darkness. Thank you for fighting with me and bringing me into your pack, as it were. It's some comfort to say at the end, through the years of isolation and darkness, that I had gained a friend. Stay vigilant. Lucian.
Aaren reads that. He places down the paper and he goes over to the corner where he has the other part of the blade that was gifted to him, and he melted it down into a and then he takes it and wraps it around his wrist. He
In
just
the
sits
box,
there.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
In the box, you also find 2 sending stones.
Gotcha. I think he'll just spend the rest of the night studying in his wizard book, but then he'll start sketching the designs.
Okay. Fable, would you like to go next?
I suppose so. She probably would open it without too much fanfare. Honestly, more surprised to have a letter, probably.
As you open it, you find inside is a healing potion. And knowing Fable, I'm guessing Fable's a look at the gift, read the card second kind of person. So as you open it, you see the health potion, and then you open up a little smaller box in it, and you see a gold necklace with a single pearl hanging from it.
Okay.
Fable. You were so young when I first saw you. I doubt you would even remember that terrible night at the prison. The act of a dying man desperate to give a young life a chance at something incredible. Years later, and more recently, when I heard and saw what happened to you, I thought, how cruel the world is. Saving you only for you to endure what you did. It didn't seem fair, but at least that was something I was familiar with. But then I saw your smile, heard your laugh, watched your performance, and realized that, well, yes, you were altered, changed. You also alter and change the world around you. I haven't felt joy or happiness in a long time, until I saw you flying through those rings of fire. Fitting. Just for a moment, for a fleeting second, I felt it again. You are one of the reasons I chose this path. I saved you all those many years ago, and in the end, you saved a small piece of me as well. I custom ordered you a specific piece, a token of thanks. I know you love your style and flair, so I thought this would make sense. May this aid you should you feel your reserves running low. Keep performing and being the flame that ignites the darkness around you. But the darkness can hold no sway on your light. Lucian.
Hey Adam, what the fuck? Fable definitely process for a second. And I think she'll get up and go to her little vanity and put the necklace on and see how it looks.
You can add a pearl of power to your inventory.
And it does look stylish.
Anything else from Fable?
No, I'm going to sleep thinking tonight, I guess.
Fair enough. Una, do we go to you?
We definitely can, but I was thinking like more of like a 4 a.m. type of wake up from the trance
That's fine.
thing. But we can if we save Sly for last.
I think that might be Sly's intent. So let's
I
go
think.
ahead.
Okay.
You
Eyes pop
eventually
open,
Yeah.
and they kind of just like fall down to their knees. And they say not again as they lift themselves up and they see the package that Aaren placed down onto the bed. They walk over to it.
Your friend is
Open
in
it
the
up.
room with you.
Yeah.
Are you gonna open that?
It could have the secret to everything in there. I mean, Lucian lived for so long. I bet you there could be any and everything in there, and I could know it. We could know it right now. Like how to walk on unlevel ground, rocky terrain. I'm sure that there's even more.
I think
I
that
can't even-
box is big, but I don't think we could put everything in it.
But I couldn't even fit through the door.
But like, you don't think we're in the box, do you?
They look around in the room. See their hand go like into the water. How about we stop feeling more emotional than we need to and just calmly open this?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, can I have your help?
Yeah. They start wrapping around it and prying at some of the paper. As it
Okay.
opens, you see this glistening shield, and instantly you can feel like the hum of magic on it. And you see that there is a letter with it.
Una, I've walked this land for nearly a century. I've traveled
knew
the
it.
world and met countless people, creatures, and otherworldly individuals. None of them compare to the uniqueness of you. While it's true I did find you odd, strange, and somewhat
knew it.
annoying, there was also a pureness to your inquisitive look and your yearning to learn. I lost my interest in such over the decades. Time, I suppose, will do that to you, like a child losing that nature to play and have fun. The world becomes harsh and cold as we grow up. But you somehow still hold that childlike fascination with the world around you. Never lose that. I bought something for you. Something that will help with this never-ending search for knowledge and experience. May the
What?
shield aid you in that endeavor as well as you
Oh.
protect not only yourself, but her. She will need it now more than ever. One final gift, I guess you could call it. an answer to a question, something you no longer need to be curious about. You once asked me if I was ever in love, and at the time, I brushed it off and thought it didn't matter much. But now, with the end so near, I guess a change of perspective, I suppose. But yes, I was in love once. She was beautiful and fierce, smart, and a smartass, and dangerous, a skilled and incredible bounty hunter. The poetry of her guns rang through the night as they did my heart. She was the flames to my fire, my Anna. If you, in all your searching and wandering, should ever run into her, give her one of those hugs that you so freely give. And tell her I'm sorry. Stay curious. Lucian.
So,
My hand.
was that everything?
Hold my hand.
Yeah.
They pull them in. Wrench and hugs them.
Wrench wraps around you as well.
So what is a smartass? Is that my final task, Lucian? Is that... What do you think, Wrench?
I think you need to find this person and give them a hug.
That's obvious. I believe that Una would like to be alone now. So... And they'll walk out of their own room with the shield in hand. And you'll see them walk to Sly's room, outside the door on the wall, sit down with the shield in hand, holding it as they nod off to sleep.
Also in the box is a health potion, and the shield you can add to your inventory is a sentinel shield.
Thank you, DM. Got it.
And so we go to Sly.
Yeah, I was really worried you were going to say that exact thing, George. I think Sly is a stubborn little shit. And I think she was very curious about what was in the box, like shaking it and making guesses until Aaren said that it was from Lucian. And she just kind of went still and was like, oh, the last thing I'll ever have from him is right here. And I think she stewed over that for a couple of hours, kind of pacing back and forth in her room. And then she sat down on the bed and she reached into the breast pocket, coat pocket, and pulled out Lucian's card. And there's the shoebox in front of her, and there's the card right in front of that, between her and the shoebox. And she goes, "You can come out here and give it to me yourself." And she waits. And I think I checked her stats, and she doesn't have the constitution to stay up all night. So she falls asleep, curled up next to the card of Lucian, waiting for him to come out and explain what's in there. And when she wakes up in the morning, in the early hours, probably to the sound of Una in a trance, finally letting the shield scrape against that outside wall, shakes it off, that hopeful feeling, and remembers how useless hope can be. And she'll just tuck that card back in and go, okay. And she'll lean over. She's still curled up on the side. She'll just lean over and kind of open the box and pull out whatever's inside.
Inside, you find a dagger, as well as a potion of healing and a single gold ring. You look closely at the gold ring, you see there's like a band of platinum in the very center, and it's perfectly thin, perfectly straight, and it goes around the outside of the ring. There's also a letter. This one's written on front and back.
I think Sly knew there'd be a dagger in the box.
Safe assumption.
And so she just kind of brushes it to the side. There's a healing potion. She brushes it to the side. She holds on to the ring. And as she notices that the letter is front and back, I think she seriously considers how possible it is that there are more words on these pages than Lucian ever got to say to her while alive. And she'll begin to read.
Okay.
Sly. Where to begin? The end is something I thought not possible for a long time. And I found you. And now it's the strangest thing. The end came so soon. I suppose since I will not be around anymore, there's at least a few last lessons I can leave you with. First, for fighting. Keep your weight and balance at your center. Stay low and nimble when moving, just like we've practiced. Anticipate their attack, but more importantly, watch for their shifts in weight. It will give you the slight advantage needed to eye the difference between a feint or an assault. It will take practice and time, but be determined, be diligent, and you will find success. Second, I won't be there to be your voice of reason or direction anymore. I can't shield you from those who would wish to harm you, not physically, but with lies or misdirection. Maybe I was wrong to take such a direct approach with you, to not allow you enough leniency to begin with. Out of everyone I know, and out of everyone you know, lean on Aaren the most when a voice of reason is needed. The others for now are allies or friends, but Aaren is more than that. He loves you, and with love comes an earnest and honest heart. You will need that at times. It's something I didn't have. But most importantly, no matter what, trust your thoughts and your heart, your voice of reason. Trust yourself. Even if you are wrong, you will learn. Like a sword being sharpened after each battle, you will grow and adapt. That is most important. For if you doubt or delay or waver within yourself, that will ultimately lead to failure. Remember, you are little, you are mighty, you are foolish, yet you are brave. You are unsure, but you are also confident. You are everything you are meant to be. Take all of it, the good and the bad, and use it. The greatest gift the Seer has is not their power, it's not the cards themselves. It's that you see, you will see. See those that need help or aid. Stand for the people of this land. See them. That is a Seer's responsibility. To the people, especially those with no voice or means of protection. In this box you will find an old friend and a new gift. This dagger, named Maldrake, has been in my family line a long time. It will aid you and warn you when danger is near. This ring, I had this specially made for you. I have named it Seer's Verity, or the Seer's Truth. It will aid you when you are dealing with those more cunning or honed in the art of words. To conclude, something I thought not possible, I wanted to thank you. You gave me the ultimate gift. Rest. True rest. I don't know if you'll be sad or happy or relieved with my passing, but I wanted to let you know it's okay. As I sit on this balcony writing this letter, I feel, for the first time in a long time, I feel the cold chill in the morning, the soft breeze blowing away the night. I feel the slightest warmth of the sun as it peeks over the horizon. Peace. I feel peace. So thank you, Seer, for seeing me. One more thing. Be careful of your trust of the prince. He, like many others of power, will attempt to use you as a tool. He, nor anyone, has sway over you. You answer to no one but yourself. It has been my honor to serve at your side, as your will. But now, I return that will to you, and rest. Your will be done, Lucian Maldrake.
Okay. Is that all you got? I'm still standing. Anyway, that was horrific emotionally for me. So that goes double for Sly. And I think now that she knows the ring is made for her, because she looked at it and was like, what is this? Why would you give me this? She'll slide it on. She spends some time rereading the letter. It's long. There's a lot of advice, and she wants to memorize every syllable of it. And knowing that that's not possible, she starts underlining certain sentences and different words, and she begins to annotate until she can hear the rest of the guild hall kind of rousing and getting ready for the day. And she's going to just feel this sense of resolve over her as she puts the box away.
Knock.
Oh, you're gonna knock? Una's at the door.
Yeah. You can. I let him in. Yeah, I let him in.
I was just knocking. I wasn't trying to intrude.
Hi.
Una, you mind if we get a moment?
Yes, they close the door immediately. Like hand underneath the door, like pull it.
So, pardon my Elvish, but that fucking sucked, huh?
Yeah, it was rough, real rough. How was your night? Did you sleep okay?
I wouldn't say I slept great.
Ah.
How fucked up would it be if I said I slept like a baby? That would...
I don't know.
Right. Listen, I'm gonna go take Zoraius with me. I gotta ask him how he pronounces his name. I heard someone say Zoraius. Anyways,
I call him Stranger.
Hey, that works too. But I'm gonna take him with me. Grab breakfast. I think you all have endured my cooking enough. I will go to the local bakery and get something other than chicken and broccoli for us to eat for breakfast. Some pastries. I'm gonna head by the blacksmith and get to know our stranger friend a little more. And yeah.
Can you come back fast?
Yeah. Speaking of which, if you do need me, And he hands you the second sending stone. That was my gift. So, whenever you need me, just you can call me on that. And come here. And he gives you a hug.
She gives you the most lazy hug you've ever gotten from Sly. And you're like, she barely seems like she can lift her arm to give you like a pat.
Should we all go get breakfast? Go out to get some breakfast? Get some sun?
Yes.
Talk about
Yes,
things?
I think so. You hear from underneath the door.
Thank you.
I shouldn't ask them why they're under my door, should I?
No, probably not. But
Okay.
Hear them stand up. The shield hits the wall. Oh,
I just open the door and I'm like, if we can get everyone together, I'd really like to do some good.
yes, of
one
course.
one more thing. We need to fulfill his true final wish.
I'm working on it.
What I'm saying is, he pulls out his pinky. We're gonna get it done. Together. All of us.
Sly is very hesitant because you've been a little erratic since his passing. And I think pinky promises are a really big deal to Sly. So she very slowly will hesitantly is this really happening? Will go up to you and try to get her pinky around any one of your fingers, which is probably not going to work.
That's close enough.
Yeah, I think I can bend it. Hold
All
on.
right. Let's all go get some breakfast and have a chat.
And she'll stash the dagger in her belt on the opposite side of her card holster, and wait to make sure Una's coming as well, and then go gather the rest of the forces for breakfast.
You can add a +1 dagger of warning to your inventory, Sly, as well as a ring of truth-telling. You might want to rename both of those items to be appropriate.
As you guys come out of the room, if Zoraius and Fable are fine with this, you will have noticed Zoraius and Fable. I would have knocked on your door and said whatever I needed to get you to come with me and link arms in front of Sly's door. Whatever it would be. Fable, there is a huge danger only you can solve. This is the room is on fire. Zoraius is we the Seer asked for you directly. This is of the utmost importance. Just kind of dragging you guys, kind of you see that.
I don't think I would have fought you on this. I think I just would have tagged along.
Fable?
Yeah, I don't believe you at all. I've heard you guys
Yeah.
talking in the hallway for some reason. That's where our morning meetings are happening now, I guess. But I'll go with you.
And as I usher them up, in front of Sly's door, as Aaren and Sly finish their conversation.
Okay, you guys all head out to breakfast. I assume, based on the state everyone's in, breakfast probably starts off a little awkward. There's some silence, people ordering their drinks, your first dishes come out, you start eating. Who
All right.
breaks the silence? Okay,
So-
Aaren then.
Here's the thing. Sorry. Let me finish.
Yes. Go on. No.
So, I blamed myself for what happened. For not being quick enough.
To order breakfast today?
No, to save Lucian.
Oh, right.
The way he wanted to be saved. And I blame myself every day for the past few months for it. And I made you all suffer because of that, and I'm sorry. But I think this just reminded us of what's at stake. And I don't know about everybody else's letters, but it reminded me of how much Lucian believed in us and what we could accomplish together. So, I know we all have regrets. I know we all have things that we wish went differently, but we cannot change the past. And no amount of guilt or regret will change any of that. And you can use it as fuel, but it'll only get you so far. And as of right now, the only people that we can trust to see this through to the end is each other. That includes you too, Zoraius.
Happy to be included.
So, once we get back, we'll go into finer details about the political aspect of what's happening. But how's everyone feeling?
Sly is oddly chipper. She's like eating fast and she's nodding along as you're speaking and seems really like jazzed, like second wind jazzed, and is like, we gotta go help the poor kids. Lucian's letter said I gotta help the poor kids. I saw there was something going on in the slums. We should go check it out.
Yeah, well, that is my line of thinking. Everyone wants us to pick sides, to speak as candidly as possible. My suggestion is that we make our own side, and we choose who we do and do not let in onto our side. No matter
Arthur.
what. Yeah.
Yes, Arthur is a no, right?
Yeah, more than likely.
We are all solved on that one.
Yes.
Well, in the spirit of all getting a vote, I've not met this Arthur
You
fellow.
don't need to. Do you?
I'll let you meet
like-
him.
Oh, we're gonna have to meet Arthur. He's on the list. But
No.
what
No.
the other list.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
You can see that list.
So, I say all that to say, staying in the shadows is an option, yes, and trying to navigate that way. But I think it'd be best if we get the people on our side, on the Seer side. So,
Yes, and the animals.
I thought you
especially
said we could talk about the political stuff later. Can we go help those poor kids?
Well, I actually have to talk to a crocodile in the sewer. So if you are all okay with that, I would like to be excused from this table, as it seems like I have had an awakening from last night's cry. I mean, like, shower. And I seem to have been burning the candle twice, as they say. So
Really close that time.
I need to go meet the crocodile now.
How about this? We will accompany you to the slums. We'll speak to everyone around there, get an idea of what's going on with this slum rot, make our way down to the sewers.
And you could distract the kids in the slums while I go talk to the...
No, we move as a unit.
Crocodile.
We do not go alone, we move as a unit. Because we don't know if they're hostile or not. So
well, I've got wrench and this nice shield now, so I think I should be okay.
And I am sure they are both incredible, but we have procedures. Now, with that being said, I guess we can save more of the political talk for later and just get right into things.
Let's do that one.
All right, I'm just gonna stop by the blacksmith along the way. So, Sly, if you want to lead a team heading straight there, I just gotta stop by the blacksmith. Unless we all want to go to the blacksmith.
Lead a team? No, yeah, I can do that.
Yes, you can.
Sounds very exciting. And at this point, Zoraius begins to put down a small piece of wood that he's been whittling on during the course of breakfast. He had a very light breakfast. He's kind of had his feet kicked up on the table, just kind of leaned back, whittling away. And he just kind of puts it away in a side pouch.
You aren't going to eat your breakfast, pointing to the thing you've been whittling.
Soggy, that's not food exactly. That's wood.
Right, but you eat wood, right?
Soggy, where are you from?
What do you mean, where am I from?
I'm
You
just
met
kind
me
of...
Here,
Yes.
I'm from there, as they point towards, like, the general direction of the ocean. Yes.
I don't understand exactly what that means.
The ocean? You don't understand the ocean.
I understand the ocean is a vast body of water. Are you from
And a home.
all of it? Or there is like a city of some kind? I'm just trying to understand a little more.
Zoraius.
Yeah.
Walk and talk. You gotta walk and talk with them.
Oh, sorry.
Walk
Yes,
and
of
talk.
course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
There
we
you
have
go.
to go.
There you
Where's
go.
the thing you were whittling?
It's in my side pouch.
DM. Can I try and steal it? Can I like sleight of hand it out of the pocket?
Make a sleight of hand versus his passive perception.
No, you're trying to beat an 11, a daunting 11.
Okay, that's a 24. What do I have in my hands, Zoraius?
You have a half-completed, whittled version of MaeLeFay.
Hey, okay. Can I sleight of hand to put it back?
Let's go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
Okay. Okay, that's a 28.
Yeah.
Yep, never noticed.
Just looked at it, examined it, put it back, completely unfazed. You guys continue traveling, and you venture into the slums.
On the way there, Uno would like to go over to Fable and just ask a quick question. Hey, Fable?
Yeah.
I have this feeling inside of my chest that makes me feel like uncertain when I am called Soggy, if that's a good or a bad thing. And I think that it should be a good thing, so I would also like to have an equally as good name to call Zoraius. And since you know land names better than I was wondering if you could come up with something good for me to say or call them.
A nickname?
Yes.
Well. And she looks over. I don't think she's trying to hide it or anything. She looks over at Zoraius while they're walking along.
You've had so many people in the circus, I assumed that you're good at coming up with fabulous names, so I figured you would be best. I don't want to mess this up.
I mean, if he's calling you Soggy, I think you can call him whatever you want. He's got horns. Why don't we go with that? Let's roll with that.
Okay. I will. As they put their fist out to kind of like cahoots with you.
She like gives it like a light tap.
Okay. As they make a beeline, they turn immediately and walk over to Zoraius. I have come up with the best nickname for you. Now.
Okay, I would love to hear it.
So this nickname came directly from me, and I thought I would add something sweet and cute to it. We have like, I usually, growing up, we have nicknames for people, but they are more so like horsey or squeaky. So I would like to call you Horny. Does that sound good? Does that sound like a name that you would feel like you relate to? That would be...
Fable's laughing behind him.
I think Zoraius uncontrollably cracks the biggest smile and then kind of brings the hand up.
Turns around to Fable immediately. He likes it. This was so good. He likes it.
Good job.
I think if you called me that in front of other people, it could be misconstrued, perhaps for a different meaning.
Then Then you can tell them that it's your nickname.
I look over at Sly. Sly, Seer.
Yeah.
How do I best explain the meaning of this word to Soggy?
I look at Una and I go, okay, so horny is like when you are excited to copulate. And maybe Zoraius is more than just that.
But I've seen Zoraius be excited.
I said to copulate. It's a very specific kind of excitement.
Okay. Yes.
Did I do a good job, stranger?
Yes. In hindsight, I probably should have asked Aaren, but you did nail that description pretty well. So
Thank
yes.
you.
Sly, we could both call him this instead of stranger. I think it could,
Absolutely not.
we could be friends and collaborate on this nickname.
I'm happy to collaborate with you. I think we could find a really good one. I just think that a nickname that could mean something embarrassing for Zoraius may not make him that happy.
How about this? My siblings used to call me Zoe for short.
I am your... Oh my god. They rush over to you. They take your hands in theirs. They're damp, and they say, "You will allow me to be a part of your family on land here with you?" Zoe?
You can call me Zoe, but let's not get ahead of
Zoe.
ourselves. Okay.
Zoe. As they will continue forward, and they'll go over to Aaren and kind of as they're walking. Zozo. It's a good name, right?
Well, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Give me 1 second. Let me hop into the shop real quick. GM, real quick.
Yes.
As a quick aside, let's say I went in and talked to the shopkeep. Going to the same guy who melted down the scimitar into the chain and the blade.
Yes.
I just ask him, would he have the knowledge of being able to enchant that chain to be able to attach it to a weapon to give it a throne property?
Yes, it will require a good amount of gold to do that. About 2,000.
Okay, I'll pay that.
Okay, done. They will do that for you. It will be ready next week.
I appreciate it, my man.
While
Take it easy.
Aaren is in there, I've got the shit-eating grin. I think I have compartmentalized the entire letter out of my brain so that I can function.
Yeah.
And so I'm in extra Sly mode. Sly is already a little shit, but she's feeling a little feisty, and she leans on the wall very short and looks at you, Zoraius, and then looks at Una and Fable, and she can tell that Fable's enjoying it. If Fable's laughing, then it's over for everybody, and she's gonna spend however many minutes it takes, Aaren, to make this deal with the blacksmith before we move on to the slums, pranking Zoraius gently with little sleight of hand tricks to make Fable laugh. So she's not going to steal anything from him. It'll be little tricks that, of course, are harmless and returns everything to the best of her ability until she's either caught or until Aaren comes outside.
What kind of stuff? Are you just taking stuff from him without him noticing? Or are you trying to get him to notice that you've taken something yet again?
I'll message you and I say, take his money.
Yeah, I'm going to like try and pickpocket him because Fable told me to. So I'm trying to like take his money, wave it around and be like, and then slip it back in. You know, it's like a game of like, how much can I get away with before he notices?
Okay. Give me 3 sleight of hand checks.
I didn't think we were going to take it this far, George. When I opened my mouth 35 seconds ago, I didn't think, okay, the first one's a 29.
Yeah. I just
The
want to see
second
how
one's
good it is.
a 27.
Yeah.
And the final one is a 17.
Yeah. So you do this 3 times, taking 3 different things. You take his gold. What else?
I take not the actual whittled art, but the like whittler's tools. So like a little small chisel, and I just like wave it out, and then I slip it back in, but into the opposite pocket, and then I switch which pocket the money was in to his other side.
Okay. Yeah, Zoraius, you are properly fucked with.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's get going. Come on. Burning daylight.
Yep. Yeah, let's go.
Yes.
With that, you guys travel into the city slums. It's not been great. The weather lately has been pretty rough. It's been a lot of rain. It's been pretty overcast. And you do see and hear as you go about the slums, people coughing often. There are some places that, like, you see the doors have been closed, the windows have been boarded up, and it says there's like graffiti on it that says slum rot, indicating that maybe this place should be quarantined. But there's not exactly like a proper quarantine or anything like that happening here. What are you guys trying to accomplish in the slums?
Can I, before we go talk to anyone, I'd like to like wrap my scarf headdress in a way that it's like basically make a face mask out of it.
Okay.
And maybe suggest to the rest of the group if they have anything to do the same, just to be safe.
Sly always wears like draped long scarf silken stuff over her like patterned long sleeves. So she'll take one of those off and just kind of do the similar thing that you're doing. She'll be like, how do I, can you?
I'll help.
Okay.
I'll help you. Just okay. There. Can you breathe?
Yes.
Okay. Great.
I'll just use my scarf.
Okay.
Aaren has a scarf as well, but I think Aaren is first going to look to see where are there any guards around. I know there's very few guards on this side of town, but if there's like any just one small patrol going around.
Yeah. What is it you're trying to do?
Just see if I can spot a guard to chat it up with.
Yeah, you do see you see one guard going through town. They look pretty miserable. There's not there's like a few guards on patrol in different places, but they're not like grouped together.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just go up to one of the guards. I'm like, "All right, man, you know where to get something good to eat around here?"
Yeah, there's a butcher stand that way, or they got. I mean, honestly, man, no.
Yeah.
If you want seafood, you want to go to the other side of the city, by the docks, obviously, best place to go.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for more like home cuisine, that kind of thing, you want to go probably towards the city gates.
Gotcha.
Those are to the east.
How long this slum rot stuff been going on? Sure, I was here like a few months ago, and it wasn't as bad.
No, I know it's been it's been picking up. We had a couple of cases not long ago, but thing is, this stuff usually it hits the bottom first, you know. So
Yeah.
we don't know how soon it might have started, but you know, it could have been a year ago. It could have been 6 months ago.
Gotcha. You got any place where it's like most of the sick people are gathering?
No. Why would we do
They're
that?
just kind of wandering. No, I didn't know if they were like congregating and or they set up their own little makeshift.
No. If anyone sick looking gets near you, you don't want to be near them. Look, these people, they're carrying their own filth left and right. If it's between you and me, I try not to lay physical contact with my hands. And he holds up his billy club.
Right. Well, you have the day you deserve. And
Confused by that as you walk away.
Yeah, fucking ain't talking to cops. All right. Let's see here. This is not looking good at all. I go over to the butcher's stand. And I just go up to him and I'm like, hey, friend, how y'all doing on supplies?
Doing all right. Got fair share. What you looking for? Lamb chop. We got some side flanks here. We got some ground meat.
You got let's see here. You got anybody serving any fresh bread, produce like that?
No.
Listen, if you know anybody who can get that, yeah, and I hand them 20 gold. Start giving out some food for free, and then replace whatever supply you got.
You can choose persuasion or intimidation.
Persuasion. I'm trying to do nice stuff. Come on, 11.
Yeah, So, what is? Yeah, okay. Just give stuff away for free.
Yeah, just if anybody asks, just let them know that the Seer's looking out for the people down here.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure thing.
And I hand him a business card.
Get your meats. He starts pushing the cart. Free meat. We're giving away free meat. Seer's bought everyone meat.
And as he's leaving out, I hand him a business card and I go, hey, you have any guards that start giving y'all trouble? Y'all let me know, okay?
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure thing. They do eventually attract some people towards them. They do start giving out food. There do seem to be... You see this guy's probably going to run out quick, but you've given him plenty of money to restock. And then come back and probably do this maybe 10 more times. So, he's... Honestly, this was helpful.
All right. I regroup with everyone. So,
do any of those people who came up to the meat cart look like they have slum rot?
Give me a medicine check.
Ooh.
And while Sly's doing that, when Aaren begins to approach, Aaren, come here real quick.
Yeah, what you got for me?
And I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to clean his hands.
Oh, much obliged.
You do see there's a young man, probably in his teens, and he has like a shiver to him.
Okay. As Aaren comes back over, I give him just like a quick tug of his sleeve, and I give a direct nod at that person.
All right. Kind of head over there. Keep about 10 feet distance. Hey, friend, how you feeling?
What? He gave it to me for free.
Oh, friend, you talking about the food?
They nod their head. They point to the guy's cart.
Yeah, man, that's for you. It's all good. How are you feeling?
As good as can be, I guess.
When did you pick up that cough?
It comes and goes.
How's the
There's like
water
a
around here?
pasty glaze to them. You're asking about the water?
Yeah.
Well's that way. They gesture over to a well.
Appreciate it.
Just also above game too. We did talk about how Una was going to try and like purify the water progressively.
Yes, I remember.
I just want to remind, like, Aaren would probably have
Yeah, so
seen
that's why
stuff
he's
like that.
gonna go check over there to see
Great.
because he knows that was something that Una was working on.
Thank you.
Water, especially with how much rain they've been getting, the water looks clean from what you can tell inspecting it.
Can I make an Arcana check to get a sense if possibly this infection is magical?
Sure.
Come on, let's roll big. Oh no, that's a 16.
Nothing you've seen has indicated magic. You don't you don't get like a glimmer on anyone. The symptoms seem very real and physical. They start coughing something up. Fable, I would like you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Arnar. +1. 7.
As they start coughing and leaning against the wall, you remember walking on streets like these. Might have even been this street. And you remember seeing kids like this.
Like this sick specifically, or just like living this life?
This sick. They start grabbing their chests like they're having issues breathing.
I'm gonna grab Aaren by the shoulder, just like one hand, and like gesture to take a few steps back.
Yeah, what's going on? Oh hell. I'm not sure what we can do. We don't know how this infection's spreading.
I have an idea. I would like to, through the use of my cards, I would like to cast Detect Poison and Disease and kind of use it like a radar in terms of getting closer and closer to a concentrated area so that we are sure to find, maybe not its like dinner hub, but where the most people are that are suffering from this, so we can kind of talk to them that way.
You cast that. What's the range on it?
Great question. 30 feet. So I would have to just literally walk around.
You cast that, and as you walk about, it doesn't look like there's a building this is coming from, because you keep running into people. Every 30 feet, you're running into some quantity of people that have early symptoms, or are expressing some other kind of disease. You sort of like see it almost like writhing off of them like a black smoke, based on your spell, I'm saying. But you see like black smoke coming off of people, and when someone coughs, you see like this black fill the air and then like sprinkle outward.
Okay.
If I've seen this since I was young, like, do I recall, is there, what did we do if someone had this? Was it terminal? Do we just completely avoid them? Like, was there any, I don't know, do I have
Generally
any,
avoid them. It's generally terminal.
Oh, God. Oh. Okay, I'll keep an eye on everyone to make sure their
You
masks
see
don't
another
or
guy,
their spells.
he's like grabbing at his neck and he's like massaging it, and you can see there's this like massive array of blisters like spreading on his neck.
Sly, is any of this in your cards?
I'll look through to see if any of them seem like I see if any of the depictions of the pictures on the cards have any growths or blisters or have any names that would stick out, like blight or plague or anything. But I don't think so. Nothing immediately comes to mind, but I'm happy to make a roll.
Give me a I'm gonna say this would be. Give me a intelligence perception check. So if you're proficient in if you're proficient in perception, you can add that, but you're using your intelligence.
Okay.
I also kind of would love the chance to support the Seer in this, kind of going through the cards, just as this is like something that I was going to fix with the water.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is dawning on me that, like, last time we were here with Fable, with the Plague Doctor guy, like, those things are just, like, triggering me to think outside of the box a little bit more. I just want to support Sly in this a little bit more. So if I could help in some way.
What'd you get, Sly?
I got a 16.
Roll one more time with it. We'll say this is advantage due to Fable, due to Una helping you.
Well, then I got a 24.
24. As you go through the cards, none of them ring out as disease, but some of them have like a feeling maybe of how to say this right. You see one of them has a woman in a coffin screaming. You don't know if that might be imagery of death. You see that one of the little boy that you guys have been seeing every once in a while, and there's a blood splatter on the wall next to them. You don't know if that might be something. And you see one, it's covered in like bugs and insects.
Okay. Since
You got
nothing
anything?
is standing out to me as for sure, I show everyone the few, like the 3 or 4 that may have something to do with this, but don't feel like they're hitting the nail on the head like they usually do. And I go, this is what I got.
Are there a lot of bugs around
Give
that
me a
look like the
perception
ones in the
check.
picture? Can I make an investigation, really getting those nook and crannies,
Sure.
checking underneath cobblestones?
Yeah. If you want to like take 10 minutes and like dig stuff up, yeah.
Can I
Anybody-
also do a
anybody wanna
perception
help?
check, please?
Sure.
I think while Aaren and Una are looking around, I think Zoraius would probably speak up and say, if we don't have the tools equipped to deal with this, might I recommend
Anyone?
us leaving this for somebody else before we fall to a similar fate?
Yeah, what I'm thinking is we go down into the sewers, see if Una's little crocodile buddies know something. If not, then we just head upstairs and then figure out what next objective we tackle. We can't stay out here for this long.
What did you get? Una?
Absolutely not.
A 21.
21. And Aaren, what was your investigation?
8.
8. As you start looking around, you see that Aaren, with the rain, it's kind of hard right now to spot anything like that. Una, you see that one thing you notice about that cart of meat is you notice there were flies around it. And as you approach, lifting up one of the slabs of meat, you see the underside. Not all of them were like this, but this piece, completely underside, is covered in maggots.
Yeah, no reaction from Una. Only just taking that meat and looking at it, and then bringing it over to Aaren directly. And then Aaren, you're going to see the nice side of the meat first.
Mm-hmm.
And as they flip it over, they kind of push it in front of your face, like.
He's immediately walking over to the butcher.
Yeah.
How long's the meat been bad?
What? Oh no, that one's bad. Yeah, I
Starts
wasn't
flipping over other pieces of meat.
You see that, I would say the majority of the meat, especially on top, is fine. But as you get towards the bottom, as he's you kind of gather this guy probably loads up on meat, and the old stuff that hasn't been sold sits on the cart. Maybe sits on the cart a little bit longer than it should as new inventory gets put on top. But it's certainly not the meat necessary. You got this guy's freaking out, and certainly you should be upset. But it's not like this meat is necessarily the end all be all for what's happening here.
So I'm going to tell you something, friend. Okay. When I come back here, I don't want to see a single piece of rotten meat. Do you understand?
Yeah. No. You gave me enough.
No, stop.
Okay.
Talking.
Uh-huh.
You're going to take the money that I gave you, and you're going to get fresh inventory. Even if you got to go across town, you make sure everything is fresh. And if you run out and you need some more, you come to me, you look at that card. You understand?
Okay.
Has there been more with maggots and infections going around? Any other bugs that have been appearing more than usual?
It's the slums, man. Bugs.
I'm not asking about you. I'm asking about the slums down here.
Yeah, the bugs all over the place, man. It's the fucking slums.
All right.
I think a new cart is in order as well.
Say that again.
I think a new cart is in order as well. Don't you think, Aaren?
Yeah, well, if he wants to get a new cart,
I mean, I'll take me a little bit more money to do that.
How about you come volunteer and work for it? How's that sound?
Make an intimidation check. I like how we went from persuasion. Now we're at intimidating this guy.
14.
Maybe I know a guy. I can probably see about
Okay.
getting a new car. I'm gonna
great.
go restock this
I like
meat. I'm
that.
gonna get better
I
meat.
like that.
Yeah.
Thank you, friend. What's your name, friend?
Whatever you can call me whatever you want.
No, what is your name? I'd love to know your name.
The DM has not given this random
That's
butcher
okay.
you guys came up
That's
with.
okay.
Oscar.
Bob.
Name.
Oscar.
Oscar?
Listen,
Sure.
Oscar.
His name is Oscar. That sounds
Listen,
good.
Oscar.
Oscar Meyer.
Stop
I'm keeping
that.
an eye on you, friend.
Uh,
I'll leave.
okay, yeah.
All
He goes to leave. Give me one moment. Let me just double check something real quick. Okay. There you go. You guys should be hearing music now. I hope.
Yes.
Okay. While he's doing that, Sly, you asked an important question earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and give you your answer. These are the 3 cards that I mentioned that you could possibly associate some kind of disease with or something.
Yeah. So sorry, there's a mysterious ghost cat also. Sorry. So
Cat's
the
name, right?
witness,
Yes.
is there lesions on his face? I can't tell.
No, that's blood splatter.
Okay, got it.
Classic.
Interesting. Yeah, none of them seem to have any of the symptoms we're seeing, but these are the ones that I show to the group and try and get some brainstormed ideas on. But I do agree with them. We should move our focus to the sewers to see if there's maybe more clues. Maybe there's something connected with the water. And
The Lord
Una
of the
wanted to go
Flies?
down anyway. Lord of the Flies?
That don't look diseasy with the rotten corpses and the flying maggot
There are
things.
flies around it, and
Flies.
you see that there are bugs crawling over the bodies below them.
Oh. I just thought he had a lot of coins.
There are
No.
coins as well.
No, there's also flies and bugs.
Una,
Do you think it's this guy?
Yes.
give me an insight check.
$17.
As they're debating this,
Yeah.
something feels haunting about that card on the right. This is the first time you're
Yeah.
seeing it,
Uh-huh.
and you remember someone clawing like that once. They weren't in a box, but they had chains on them just like that.
As the team is looking at these cards together, you see drops of water drop on them.
I mean, it's rain, but yeah, you see more water dropping on it.
Shit. What's going on in there?
I am sorry, that is my tear right there as they like smudge the water on the card.
What's wrong?
I'm afraid.
Of the card?
Oh no. No, cards do not scare me, but that image implies it evokes feelings that I've felt before, I've seen, I don't think that's it, Sly. I don't think it's that one.
Could you elaborate, Soggy?
Zozo, I think
Yes.
if I elaborate, then we will not continue to move forward. I need to move forward here.
All right,
now.
I get you. Come on. Let's head to the sewers.
There's only one other card that invokes anything about disease, but it's one that you've already marked off your list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to recap, and remember some things. I believe Gideon had this sickness. Is that right? Or I read about him having it or something?
You read about someone having a very similar issue as Gideon did, or rather a very similar surgery as what Gideon went through. Gideon, they used porcine parts for. This other one you read about, they used bovine parts. But very similar, where the nostrils and respiratory system were replaced.
Yeah. This is what she was trying to treat. I'm not gonna
Okay.
say anything now. I'm gonna let the sewers be first, unless anyone else brings it up.
He's gonna Aaron's gonna open up a psychic link with Sly and say, is there any way you could ask the doctor in the card if they knew where the disease came from?
I can try.
All right.
And I'll pull that card out. Does it feel like anything?
What do you mean by that?
I wonder. I worry. is actually the sentence I'm trying to say. I worry that if I connect psychically to something, never mind, doesn't matter. I'm doing it. I want to try to see if I can get either an insight on this card or just like a gentle hand reaching through mentally to see if there's anything in there.
Okay. Do you have? Let me see. Go ahead and give me. Let's call it a charisma check.
Yikes.
As you try to find your way through.
That flat charisma is an 8.
8.
Yeah.
You start like thinking about the card and pushing into it. You're trying to push into it psionically?
Yeah, because that's the only way I know how to open up a mind link. So I think I'm using my power on a Seer's card to try and connect.
You try to reach in and you don't feel much of anything. It's like a void. You struggle for a bit, and as you come back, you're wearing your scarf, but through your scarf you're biting on your finger. You catch yourself doing that.
I put the card away.
How'd it go?
And I turn to Aaren and I go, it was just empty. It was just emptiness. There was nothing there, and there was no one there, and it wasn't.
Hey,
And
it's all right. We'll work on it. Okay. We got this. All right, everyone, let's head down into the sewers. I don't know what we're all standing around for. Come.
I'm waiting on you as Una's far, like literally had turned around before your communication started.
Okay. You guys start heading into the sewer. We will take a 10-minute break, and when we come back, we will arrive in the sewer and your investigation will resume. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just 5 minutes. So hang tight.
And thank you for the raid.
Thank
Thank you for the raid, guys.
Wait, did it just happen? Oh my god.
We adore you.
Star comment.
Yeah.
We'll be back in just 10 minutes. So don't go anywhere. And yeah. Da-da-da. Man.
Oh my god.
We return.
Ooh, look at the sewers. This is
With
pretty, actually.
Our party exploring the sewers.
Whoa.
This wonderful background is made by James RPG Art, who is running a Kickstarter right now.
We love
Called,
James
I believe it's
RPG.
called Cursed, and they're making a whole bunch of Curse of Strahd
Relatable.
assets to help
Oh!
your
Oh.
D&D game. And yeah, we use a lot of their animated backgrounds. They're really great. I'm talking about that, and just wait though, because we also have the battle maps from Forgotten Adventure that we're gonna hop into in a moment here.
I want to see them.
Wait,
Yes.
battle? Why is there a battle map?
Yeah,
Oh,
wait.
well,
Yeah, actually, wait. Why is there a battle
It
map?
could just be an exploration map. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're on a diplomacy mission.
You guys start creeping through the sewers. As
Come on,
you
follow
do,
me.
I would like con saves for everybody.
Everybody?
Everybody except Una gets +5 to their con save.
On top of
What?
whatever we already have?
Whatever you roll for your con, just add 5 to
Yeah.
it, unless your name is Una.
Okay.
Thank goodness that's not me.
21.
It's
God.
cocked on my screen. It's not fair. It's
Please be
15.
Please be good. Please be good.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Yikes.
Something
Listen.
about getting a cocked digital dice just feels
Yeah, that's
that
just
It
feels
messed
so
up.
grimy.
That's special.
That feels demonic.
Derogatory.
Really.
Okay.
I got a 12.
What did everybody get? Una got a 12,
11.
11. That was with a
15.
+5?
Listen, George, I'm just
Oh.
a little guy.
Oh.
Okay. You start moving through the sewers. It is disgusting and wretched.
Ugh.
But as you
It's
do,
wet.
you are making your way through fairly easily, as Una has already really scouted the way ahead.
Yes.
Una, are you getting help from your companion?
Help from my companion in what way? Yeah.
Are they helping you navigate?
No, I think that navigating through I'm going towards the same place that I've already been, and because of the fact that I have keen mind, I can memorize the way back.
That's fair.
So, just it seems quite innate to me. You see that Una is not like
Is he here
stopping
with
or
us?
stalling.
Like, is he like swimming alongside us?
Oh
or
yeah.
something?
He like in George, if you could keep him underwater.
Well, that's what
Or
I meant.
like-
Are they nearby? Is all I was saying.
They are nearby. Yes, they are nearby.
Would
Whether
you like
that's
to see them?
camouflaging on.
I want to see him.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. I need to. I've already
Perception
had so
check,
much
I wanna see
emotional
him.
trauma. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
I don't know what's
Yes,
happening.
of course I do.
isn't
Of course
trauma,
I
this is the
do.
good
Of course
part.
I do. Show me.
Okay.
Our-
Sorry. One
Our
second.
treats is the good part.
Show me to
Uh,
me,
I'll hear
Joe.
myself.
Show it to me.
Wait.
please.
Wait.
Ah, there he is. Look at him.
Where did this guy go?
Okay, I'm ready.
He's right there. He's right there.
Does anyone have? By the way, Sly, Zoraius, and Aaren are completely blind.
Torch.
Yeah.
Torch. Okay. Very good.
I'll remove a few torches
No,
from our last
it's crazy to
encounter.
have this many people without dark vision in a party.
It really
Right?
is, but I'm all
I
for
can
Quick
it.
see.
question. Does Malezi need to make a con save?
No, Malezi, because Malezi's fine familiar, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, they're fine.
Okay.
Um,
He'll be up on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Also,
so
this
there
is my last
your
torch.
companion swimming alongside you guys underwater.
Perfect.
And just
Hey.
because you mentioned it, there's Malezi as well, flying behind Aaren as you guys
Hell yeah.
head through the sewers. It is dark, but Zoraius' torch lights the way. As you guys move ahead, you see that there is what looks like a skeletal carcass floating in the water up ahead. It looks like it's been dead for a really long time.
That's what I would. Can I get a perception check on this like surrounding area? Like, if that boat is theirs, like, does it look like the water is like moving, for example?
The water slowly moves out towards the sea, but it moves in a direction so that way it doesn't immediately. It's meant to go out slowly, like under the beach and the tide front, so that way it ends up out in the deep ocean.
Okay. Then I would like to ask my companion here. I would say, Wrench, we can't have things in the water that must not be there. Can you help me get this body out?
You want me to get rid of it?
We don't want to scare anyone. Just let's bring it up on land, shall we?
Oh yeah. They swim over to it and pull it towards the land. It sort of like floats over. You can examine it if you would like.
Aaren, I was wondering if you would take care of the examination process. I have to leave.
Oh, no, as fun as that sounds, I'm going to let Zoraius go ahead and do it. Go ahead, friend. Go ahead and search that body that's been floating in the sewer water.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Don't worry.
I'm
more than welcome.
I think Zoraius is going to... I'll begin to get into the water.
Okay.
Oh. Wait.
Was it pulled off?
Okay,
sorry.
It onto
over to the side. You don't have to get in the water, but you would lean in and like pull it out.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it out.
You pull it out. As you examine it, give me. You can choose medication. You can choose medicine or investigation check. I wanted to say investigation and medicine at the same time.
Over to
just medication.
They're the same result, so 7.
7. It's dead. Yeah. No, it died. You think maybe it's not entirely human?
It's not exactly a commoner, or not a human at least.
You see, it has like sharper teeth than it should.
Its teeth are sharp.
Interesting.
Is it just the canines or all the teeth?
All the teeth.
Sly, is your detect poison and death and destruction up?
I just pull out the card and I go and I put it up.
Can you sense in the infection down here?
Do I?
Sure. Go for it.
What do I sense in this area? And is there any particular pull towards a certain direction? Because I can see that there are a couple of entrances here.
You feel like you see in some places there is filth and disease. You usually see that there's bugs around that area feeding off of it as well. And as you guys are walking, you notice Una has just a faint shimmer of black coming off of them.
We good?
Yes, we are good. Let's continue forward.
I blink and I try to see if that goes away.
It doesn't, and you gasp for a second, and as you exhale, you just see a little bit of black rise in front of your face.
So we've got
guys.
Yes, Sly.
Mm-hmm.
As your seer, I would like to politely request that no one freak out about what I'm going to say.
All right.
Comforting request.
Can everyone please exhale for me now? And if they do, I want to kind of just look at the group and see if I see those same black wisps from everyone or if it's just me and Una.
How would you like the exhale to be?
Actually, for you, cahoots, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Everyone
Thank you.
else exhales nothing.
We really should keep going forward. It's just this
Sorry,
way.
what's going on?
Is the body like taken? Was it put on to the
Yes,
surface?
I can't
Yeah.
move it, but
Thank
it's
you.
on land. I'll go
Okay,
ahead
perfect.
and
Thank you.
Remove it.
I'll
then
also
let's continue.
clean my hands with prestidigitation.
Yep.
Hey,
Oh, I
Aaren.
was.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, just while you were doing that, like I see that you've been looking at your hands, very perceptive, of course, Zoraius. And as you kind of start to cast that, you'll see the water that you'll see like water kind of take over your hands and kind of like shift over it.
You see a very quick moment of shock, and then an observatory glance over to you, and as Zoraius sees you casting, calms down a bit.
Yeah. Just is going to take that ick off of you, as you see that your hands are completely dry now and clean.
Thank you, Sagi. Give a
Don't
man a
worry about it.
warning.
What's going on? Sorry.
We're sick.
We're
He
sick?
starts taking. Who's sick? Tell me who exactly.
Me and Una, we're sick.
You two stand
Sick.
next to each other.
Okay.
I have not.
Everybody else
been
back
sick.
up.
I'll
Una,
step away. Step forward.
just step back.
What do you mean? As they walk forward, like
I
just
hold
towards
your
you a little bit more?
hand.
Oh
And I grip it. I don't pull you back. If you're gonna keep walking forward, she'll let you.
I'm
but
not.
like
I'm not.
she holds your hands and keeps you back and away from everyone and goes, I saw it with the cards. With my
It lets you
Seer
detect
sight."
who's sick, right?
Yeah.
So right now it's just you two.
Yes.
Like the same sick.
I don't know what
Right.
kind, but it looks the same as what I was seeing up above when I cast the same thing.
It sounds like we're going to need a healer of some kind.
I
Or we're
can
gonna have to-
heal.
As you guys get here, you see that there looks to be like signs of civilization. This looks like a collection of newspapers taken from the surface. They're a variety of dates. It doesn't look like any of them are like from today, but you can see there's like grimy handprints on them. And
Perception
Fable-
check on that. Oh, go ahead.
What was it you're trying to find?
I just wanted to see what the prints are, like the sizes of them, like we did the
It
footprint.
looks like a variety of people grabbed them. Some of the fingerprints do look very
People.
big, though. And Fable, you notice a faint glimmer of light coming from this way.
Like daylight light or
No, like torchlight or campfire light.
Wait, would I know that they're that way?
You would. I mean, you're.
I
in
think
the
you're a little bit
area.
further back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke Zoraius because they're next to me and hopefully like catch Aaron's eyes as well and
Yeah.
just point down that way.
I just hold my hand up
like
and I open a mental link with Sly and I say, "Can you connect all of us?"
Actually, let me check if I can. I should be able to, but I have to roll. So I can, yes, 3 creatures, and then I gotta roll a d8. I don't know why I'm looking around for physical dice like a crazy person. Yeah, for a
And-
full 8 hours, I can do it for 3 other people.
So don't choose me
Yes,
because we have the sending stone and we have that.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
So
so
I am now mentally linked to Zoe, Soggy, and Wine Auntie for the next 8 hours, unless I drop it.
And I just mentally say to you, Sly, tell everybody to stay put. I'm gonna scout with MaeLeFay up ahead.
Stay put? Okay.
No, just give me 1 second. I'm not gonna be able to hear you for a second. And I warg into my owl, and I will stealthily send him down that corridor to get a peek.
Wrench will follow underwater.
Okay. Wrench follows underwater. Give me one moment. As they head in, you see it looks like there are people up ahead, and they appear to be, some of them are eating, some of them are drinking, some of them are working on things. You see it looks like a common area up ahead. The people don't quite look right, though. You see one has scales on their human flesh that's sort of spread down their arm, and as they're like eating something, they like a fly buzzes near them, and they like whip their tongue out to like knock it away, and their tongue is extremely long. You see another person who seems to be covered in fur, but then one gentleman just has one bulbous arm that's covered in fur.
Okay, I'll have MaeLeFay make his way back, and once he's in our vision, I will unwarg and just go, all right, well, I have found our friends. They are an interesting group of possibly mutated, different species type folk. We approach with caution, put on our friendliest of faces. You two stay on the opposite side where you are. Don't get too close, especially if they can possibly smell the sick. All right?
Okay.
Move slow. Try the diplomatic approach. Fable or Zoraius, either you want to take point with discussions. You all are much more charming than I am.
I mean, I can't argue with that.
Nor can I.
Okay. This is an ego fest.
Okay. All right.
You
I
get one
would like
compliment,
to-
everybody all of a sudden just wants to.
I would like to remove, like, I'm gonna keep the like part that's covering my nose and mouth, but I would like to like make sure the top is removed so like my more feline features are showing.
Okay.
In case it should help at all.
Smart.
You approach forward. You see Una's friend Wrench underwater watching you. As you get here, you lay eyes on some of those people. You see one of them over here is, looks like they're doodling something. This gentleman over here is eating. And you hear something that sounds like cooking, maybe, coming from over here.
I look to Fable. Give her a nod.
Okay. I'll, I guess, step around the corner since we know these two are here.
I'll
and-
hop on the little wooden plank in the middle.
Like
quick.
hands up, no weapons.
Yeah, I'll follow her lead, hands up, just with a smile on my face.
Howdy.
Una?
Through the link, real quick.
God damn it.
Through the link. Yeah. Just letting Fable know that obviously they're going to go forward through this link. If you would like help, Wrench and I have discovered a way of communicating by using a number system. However, it only goes up to 8. So depending on what you would like for them to do, they're pretty good at taking initiative. So if you'd like to let them, if you want to make them like camouflage and listen in to some sort of conversation that you want, raise up a 3.
As you
Something
like
step
that.
out, Una's relaying all this to you. As this is happening, this gentleman gets up from his chair real quick, runs up to you holding a knife. Who the fuck
Calm
are
down,
you?
friend.
What are you
Hello?
doing here?
Calm
Oh
down,
my
friend.
goodness,
Hey.
Where
Chill,
are the
chill.
manners?
His friend comes over.
I'm just a girl.
One of us. You see him. Hey, sweet thing. What can we help you with?
that the same guy who was just freaking out, or the other one?
No, that's the other one.
Okay. We're just trying to help, is all. I'm from here, same as you.
You're
And
from here?
Would we call them the slums, where we're like people who are from the slums? Do we have any other name for it?
Yeah, you would call it the slums. Yeah, that's fine.
From the slums. Familiar with the rot and all, you know.
What Sweet Thing is trying to say is that you are amongst friendly faces.
We can tell that with her. But we ain't been from the slums for a long time.
I mean, me neither. It doesn't change who we are, though, does it?
Where have you been living?
I'm more interested in you. What are you all doing down here?
This is our place. Home away from home. A fresh start.
It's the lovely environment you have. You've really made something of it.
We do the best we can. We can't exactly all go topside. You seem to be having an easy time of it, though. And they look
Well,
at,
not exactly.
They look at Zoraius, and they're like, no idea how he gets by.
Very baggy pants.
Mental link to Sly? Is Sly's like in the back of the group? Do we all move forward, or are they still staying back? Okay. I want to know, do they seem like is anyone here sick? Any of these people?
I can only see within 30 feet. So the people that they're talking to directly, do I notice?
Seems sick.
Again, this is not a fact. This is just what Sly would say. In your mind, you hear, they're immune!
I guess, can I, like, while Zoraius is talking, do I see any, like, I guess, I don't know what else I would look for other than what I have, which is, like, stitches or scars or, like, are they like me, or are they different from me?
As you are contemplating that question, you see over here, you see a woman come out to see what's going on, and you see she has the ears of a rabbit and two big rabbit feet. And you vaguely remember her.
Hello?
Visitors? What can we all help you with? We're not trying to cause any trouble.
Howdy, and we're not trying to bring any. I hand her a business card. Name's Aaren Drivelhog of Upscale Defenses. I'm just trying to investigate what's been going on topside with the slum rot.
Well, there ain't no slum rot down here, that's for sure.
Oh, good. Yeah, I just didn't know. We had been around investigating other cases a few months ago, and we heard some rumblings down here, so we just thought we'd come by and see if y'all knew anything
The
about
fuck
what was
rumblings you hear from down here?
Footsteps. Watch your mouth.
Aaren?
Don't
I'm
mind
sorry.
him.
Was he not the one who raised his voice first?
It's so does he. He's kind of like our dad. He just is very protective.
Friend, perhaps you would be a bit calmer if we were less armed. Here, hold on to this for me. And I give him my flail.
Ooh. He is kind of surprised by that. Make a persuasion check.
I know what's going on here.
That is a 25.
Okay. He leans over to this guy. You think we should tell Lorik about him? Let's find out what they're here for, all right? You said you all came from topside. Something about the slum rot?
Yeah, we just didn't know if y'all possibly knew anything. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. We're just trying to get to the bottom of things, see if we can help.
Friend, all we know is we were all given a second chance. We're trying to make the most of it, given what lives we can live.
You can live whatever life you want.
Well, some of us can. He looks you up and down.
Please,
Not all of us have your looks, darling.
I'm sure you have other qualities that can make up for where you're lacking.
As you're saying this to them, you see other people start to approach. Over here, you see a woman in a wheelchair, and the lower part of her body is just a massive, like, fish body.
These are wild tokens, by the way.
These are
Very
all
wild
kit-bashed,
tokens.
kit-bashed versions of Forgotten Adventure tokens, which they helped me kit bash, which is really nice.
Listen, I love this man's
Thank
tongue.
you.
I can't stop looking at it.
Me either.
You see this.
Sorry, that
very
sounds really
hairy-
bad.
That was
but
a
just
wild call out.
look at it.
Listen, team.
Well, we are.
You guys, I know y'all are looking at it.
You see
Oh,
an
hell,
animal
Jake.
come
What the
out.
hell is that?
He's got the bottom half of a horse.
Centaur man.
You
Not
see
centaur
and,
man.
I clocked that.
over here.
Well, I
three
clocked that
people
too.
Approach. One moment. You see them. Burp, burp. This gentleman has like the mouth of a dog, and you can see his tail wagging behind him. And this woman has like a lizard tail and like a reptilian type hand. And then this gentleman, you see a massive lobster claw for his hand.
George, question.
Yeah.
A horseman, can I roll a perception check to see if he is a centaur or just another thing?
Yeah, give me...
Wow. Okay, you don't need to call
You
us
can do
that.
perception.
I didn't say that
or
out loud.
Medicine.
Not in your head either.
I'll do perception.
Okay.
Oh, that's a natural one. Never mind.
That's a centaur. That's a centaur.
That's what you get for calling us things.
Interesting. Noted.
Yeah,
I,
probably came here from the Feywilds.
Yeah. I throw a nod towards the centaur.
He like looks at you and like kind of like recoils a bit.
Okay.
It's,
Well-
what I mean to say is you don't need to hide down here. There are places, not necessarily the most conventional, that's not where I stay either, but there are places for people like us.
Well, this is one of them.
Is it one you would choose?
We're making the best of it. What do you propose? You saying there's something better for us?
Come to the Fairweather Circus.
Make a persuasion check.
Please, charisma, don't fail me now. I didn't. 21.
He laughs and smiles at you. I don't think most of us are looking to be part of a circus act.
You don't have to be an act. It's a place for everyone, and you can be behind the curtain or in front of it. Either way, they accept everyone.
Besides, with
Right.
your charismatic nature, you might find yourself wanting to perform anyway.
You're funny. You ain't one of us, but you're funny.
Thank you. I throw him a wink.
Kind of like stares back at that.
You all know the Birdman person.
You say that, and there is like a sudden chill over the room.
Well, she got rid of him. And I just lie.
At that point, by the way, before that, before you bring the aggro over here,
It's not
I will-
aggro. It's a
I
good
will
thing.
have pointed. I will have done like an 8, like an 8 in the water, and I would like Wrench to have,
Please don't attack.
while this is all talking, use their camouflage to get up on top of the ground and climb up my back. And when they say that, you see that Wrench is right on top of my head. So all you see is my mouth and the octopus head.
Okay, give me one moment. I just need to check something. So, in other words, what you're saying is,
Yeah,
well, actually,
we're gonna DNA digivolve too.
1 second.
Una with the wrench. Wrenchuna.
What you see then is
Keep
something sort of like this.
Oh my god, wait. Oh my god!
As Wrench slithers up Una's back. We had this last week, but the instance didn't come up to show it to you.
A little tentacle
Karis
wrapped around his
immediately
head.
drew both your pets after their first appearance.
Oh my god, Karis!
Thank you, Karis.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh!
So cute.
Karis really did that for us.
So yeah, Wrench climbs up your back, gets into like a safer position with you. As that's happening, you see the rest of them like wide-eyed, and this gentleman looks over at the guy who like with the long tongue. Go get Lorcan. And he like bolts out of the room. Yeah, tell me more about that. What do you mean?
Well, that's the Seer. And
That's the Seer? She
yeah,
looks young.
young but capable, and made sure that the good doctor got put up.
Well, that's really interesting. You wanna and you came here for what again?
Just to help people.
Hell.
You are not in any danger. We pose no threat to you so long as you pose no threat to us.
Then why would you? He like smiles and like hesitates a bit as you see a couple more of these characters emerge from the woodwork, and eventually you hear like a loud thumping, and it pushes the centaur guy out of the way. He like staggers a bit and has to like climb over here, as you see a very large gentleman dip his head under the door and comes walking out. And Una, you recognize this one with a crocodile-like arm and a crocodile-like foot come out. Ooh. The fuck is this?
Howdy.
Look, these people said they saw the Birdman? That girl over there is the Seer. Right. This guy walks forward, steps into the water, and just drifts over this way. Aaren, you said you're on the wood plank?
Yeah, I don't move.
He like climbs up, and as you sort of like stand bodyguarding, he like looks over you. This guy's slightly taller than you, Aaren, and he's just like looking over you at Sly.
Surely that's not a problem, friend.
Hi.
You're the one who took Anetta from us?
Yeah. That was me.
Give her back.
What was
No.
she doing for you?
She saved us. She saved
destroyed
every one of us
lives.
here.
Well,
He yells, and as he yells, he like turns to everybody, sloshing in the water below him. Everybody just stares at you. The whole room's just staring daggers at the group of you.
Can I step forward? And I'm asking can I because Una's in front of me visually and Aaron's in front of me. Can I
You,
step
like,
up to
Probably
like
hop
next
over
to
this
Aaron?
way, and then like come closer.
Yeah.
Aaron's gonna move to the left because she's still sick.
Yeah. Good. Okay, good. I have some room. I hold up the card for the bone collector in my hand. And I say, I'm here with friends, and I'm here as a friend. When I discovered Annette, all I knew is that she had kidnapped some children and was planning to do something surgical to them that I couldn't let stand.
She's
I
a
had-
doctor.
I had no further information than that. If you and your good community would be willing to give me that information, tell me what she does for you, tell me who she is, I would consider releasing her from this card.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Not good at persuasion. Okay, that's the first one. Well, that's that one. So the first one is a 15. I'm gonna. Do I have the ability to push it with my psionic?
Push it.
I can. I'm going to. I'm gonna add a D8 to that,
Go for it.
and that's a full 8. So that's a 23 on the persuasion.
That's
They like sober up a bit, and you see them almost, particularly this gentleman Lorik. This gentleman Lorik, you see him try and hold back tears. She saved us. All of us. I was one of her first. She found the others when they were sick, when the slum rot was tearing through them. She made sure they survived. Might not be the best life that any of us could have asked for, but we're breathing.
I look over to Fable.
As do I.
Some life, yeah.
Hey, it could have been a lot shorter. And they look at you, and they were so caught with Sly and what was happening. They looked past you for a moment. You should know you're one of us, right?
No, I wasn't sick. Just lucky, I guess.
Fable, are you sure?
She give you a bracelet?
Yeah.
Did she taste your blood?
Did she when I was younger?
You remember that during the surgery. You
Yeah.
remember her tasting a part of Gideon.
But I wasn't sick. I didn't have
You were sick.
the
all
symptoms.
right. That's what she did for all of us. And you see some of the people, as you look, you register now, some of them are wearing their bone bracelets.
In the mind link, I'm sending to Sly. Is this why the rot has returned?
I'm worried it might be. And if I took a healer from a community that is already overlooked, I know Fable's not gonna like it. But I have to help.
Before you do, I would take Fable aside and have a conversation. If you can get that moment away from this fine gentleman.
I might just have to think it out real hard, seeing as I'm breathing up corrosive black smoke right now, but good idea, stranger. I'll think it over.
Then what do you all think of the Seer then? You know, who took her away before?
If you didn't offer me what you had, I'd already be tearing you apart.
Well,
All right.
friend, and she's going to reach up her hand. She thinks they're immune. She's going to reach up her hand to shake it, and she goes, well, I'm Sly Thistlespell. What's your name?
He, pauses for a moment. He looks at everybody else for a moment. And as he approaches you, you see there's a moment of fear pass through him. As he reaches, he swaps his club to his larger crocodile hand, and he reaches out his human hand, sort of shaking. Lorik.
Lorik. That is a good start, Lorik. May I have a moment to talk with my team so we can best see how to get a net back to you?
As you let go of his hand, he nods his head and he bows his head for a bit. As you guys might back up.
I'll
assuming
let
you're
everyone
backing up
else
for a bit.
walk
Yes.
first.
Yeah.
He
as
yells
I watch.
as you step away. Seer, we don't. The rest of us don't have your gift for youth or whatever. We're doing the best we can to get by. We just want to save you back.
I think that kind of echoes in the sewery, tunnels here. And I think for the first time, Sly realizes that just because she's the Seer doesn't mean she's everyone's savior. There are so many communities out there, and they each have their own heroes, and one community's hero is another's villain. And there's a lot of necessity and nuance that she never stopped to consider when it was just go, 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 put the ghosts back in the cards.
Okay.
So now that they've stepped away, she turns to everyone, but she's mostly concentrating on Fable. And she goes, I knew something didn't feel right about it, but I didn't know what it was. An entire community is saying that this woman helps. I don't want to negate what you went through, Fable. I just want you to know where I'm coming from.
I know that you cannot turn away from them. Nor would I want you to. I wanted to die when that was happening to me. And I thought I would for a long time after, and now these people are just living here in the sewers. We would be better off aligning ourselves with someone like the Prince, or someone who could actually make a difference, than someone who just creates these monstrosities to save people partially. But I do what you must to make them feel better.
If I may. So, here's the thing. Whatever Annette was doing prior, it's not going to fly again. It can't. We won't allow it. So, we need to find a permanent solution to the slum run. Now, if we can try to negotiate with her and get answers from her about what she knows and what her terrible torture, it's not research, it's torture, what happened. If we can find out everything she knows, maybe that can finally point us in some direction. Because now we are officially on a ticking time clock. 2 of us are already infected. And just us being here, who knows if that does or does not put everyone else down here in jeopardy. Okay?
Yeah. I won't have Sly and Una go through the same thing. I won't have any of you.
Right.
Maybe if she had proper funding or medication, I don't know.
So.
But I agree with you.
I know you trying to communicate with the card earlier didn't work. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Those people out there, they're not going to know the full extent of Annette's research as much as she did. So we're going to need to talk to her. But if it comes to blows, just know that there's a whole entire community in there who want to try to pick us apart. And I will not pull my punches.
GM.
Mm-hmm.
I've come to bargain.
I'm listening.
I hate this for us. I really don't like this for us.
No, I like it. I'm team Sly, team Meadow.
I have a question for you that I learned from my good friend Daniel here. So here we go. What would it take for me to be able to be possessed by the spirit of Annette so that the community can say goodbye to their savior and we can get the information we need simultaneously? What would it take? I will do whatever it takes.
Possessed.
Mm-hmm. To successfully pull off a possession in order for both sides to get what they need out of this interaction. Because I don't think that returning the bone collector is going to solve the problems. I think closure for the community is going to begin a healing process. So what would it take to allow her to completely take over my body for however long, at whatever cost?
Also, there is a world in which I will be doing the same thing that we did in Elven Village, and recommending that kind of.
You're welcome to do a ceremony if you want to do a funeral around me. Whatever.
No, I mean whatever. the lock, like where I locked into place.
You can do whatever.
That's what I'm doing while you guys are talking.
George, I need you to understand how serious about this I am, because this is completely fueled by Lucian's letter. I will give up levels in my class.
I understand. What
Don't
I
tell
would
him that.
say, possession, as you think on this, possession is something you've only experienced with the Seer. Even in the historical records that you've read given to you by Arthur, you don't recall any instance of the Seer being possessed by the spirits. They can conjure them, they can pull them out for a time, or they can release them entirely, though that has rarely ever happened. In fact, the only instance of that happening thus far was you exercising the Weeping Widow, which then made a blank card for Lucian. Letting the card possess you, Seer's never done it before. But earlier, you remember biting your thumb, and that's not you. You've never had an oral fixation before. That wasn't normal. So what would you like to do?
I would like to, I would like to look at Una and say, I think we should go back in. And I think you should do that circle, like with the widow, where I'm stuck in one space. I'm going to try and get her to talk to you, but not let her out of the card. And I make eye contact with Fable as I say that, because I made her a promise as soon as we put her in. Ask whatever questions you can for as long as the spell will hold. Let the community members say their farewells, ask their questions, whatever they need. Don't interrupt the ritual. And now she's looking at Aaren, because she doesn't know what it's going to do to her body, and she knows Aaren worries.
I trust you. You
Sly.
got this.
Sly?
Yeah.
Could protect you against yourself in a way. Not only with setting up this circle that I'm working on, but also we could, and then I look at Aaren, we could have you only hold your card. And you could give Aaren your deck. So should anything go wrong, they don't have the power of the other cards. They don't have the power, and we have the power to take away their sight.
Yeah, I'll just stand 10 feet away.
Whatever you need. And she'll take it out immediately. Like, she's already made up her mind. She's acquiescing to every preparation.
Okay.
She's gonna head back in and also let all of the members that have gathered in here, she's going to let them know what she's planning to do, so that they don't seem shocked or scared or anything as she begins like a bunch of different rituals with her team she brought in.
You start to explain this, and as you do, Lorik looks slightly perplexed. Why don't you just let her go?
I would if I could, but releasing her only releases her in a spiritual form, Floric, and it's not really her. It's the point of her deepest obsessions, and when I found her as a spirit, her deepest obsession was curing the people of the slums. Nothing else. No more humanity or discernment or moral lines. And if I were to release her, she would be that again.
I want to make sure you're not being confused,
Yeah.
and I want to make sure I understand. Are you intending to lie to him about the state she was in?
No, not at all.
She was not a spirit when you encountered her. I told you, when you stabbed her, you felt physical flesh. The only other time you felt that was when you fought the King's Mercy.
Yeah. Then can I retcon real quick?
Sure.
Can I rewind? Yeah. Then I would tell him, because I'm not going to lie to this guy.
That's fine.
I would tell
Just making
him,
sure.
yeah. I can't let her go because she's dead. She's dead in this card. Letting her go would be releasing her completely without giving you a goodbye. And I think all of you deserve a goodbye.
Make a persuasion check.
That's why it's called good. And I would like to add in.
I'm gonna push it with another D8 because Jesus Louises.
Una, you can roll your own charisma check.
That is another 8. So that's a 19 total.
Charisma check.
You're okay, Una. You don't have to.
Okay.
Why? Why is she dead? What did you do to her?
I think it's important that I remain honest and take full accountability. So Sly looks at Fable and then looks at Floric and says, some people that Annette helped didn't even know they were sick. They were children, and they were scared, and they were traumatized by the way she was trying to help them. Again, when I met her, that's all I knew. All I saw were 2 paralyzed children in a room, and I wanted to make sure that there would be no more paralyzed children or dismembered bodies anywhere else. I hadn't met you yet, Floric. I didn't know. Oh, Loric, sorry. I didn't know. I hadn't met you yet.
Others start to approach. I understand what you're saying. And like one of them like takes off like their hood and like puts their head down. You see they have like insect antennas. I didn't know what she was doing either, but she I don't think I was old enough to understand it, even if she told us.
Well, she did it like a week ago, so I don't think that argument really works. Or I guess a month ago, however long ago it was.
And to be clear, another part of this ritual is because we want to finish her research fully. We want to find a way to fully stop the rot. Not just continuing to butcher and tear people apart. Even though she may have stopped it for some of y'all, it is worse upside. Okay? Up top.
We can't fight it without her, though.
She was staving off. We need to fully finish her research.
But you're gonna need her, though. Please, just let her speak for herself. She can explain.
That's what we're about to have her do. Okay?
But if she makes her case, maybe you could try to bring her back. You're the seer. You can do anything.
I unironically smile, and I think I can still see my own like black smoky breath in front of me. And I go, well, that would be very nice if that were true, Lorik. But once I do this, I don't have too much say because I want her to talk for herself.
But
So
oh,
I don't know what will happen. I've never done it before.
fine. They back up. You see Lorik go over to some of the others and like whisper to a few of them, and you see two of them like duck out and like leave this common area. You guys prepare this ritual. Sly, how are you attempting to make this happen as you sit in this circle that Una's prepared?
I've already handed off all my cards. I've also handed off all my weapons. And any magical items on me except for Lucian's ring. And I also have Lucian's card. I never take that out of the pocket. So even if Aaren has the entire deck, that Lucian's card stays with me. And then her card. I'm going to sit in the middle of the circle while it's being cast to keep me in a barrier. And I'm going to attempt to conjure her from the card, but directly into me by activating a mind link at the same time. So I'm hoping that the combination of the barrier, my mind link, and the conjuring up of her, rather than me reaching in, pulling her out, will kind of have like a layover effect and have her possess me entirely.
Give me a charisma check, and then give me a we'll say a charisma check, and then like a wisdom check as you try to navigate this.
14 for the charisma.
Okay.
Ooh, and then 8 for the wisdom.
I'm going to use my heroic inspiration and give that to you. Can you re-roll?
Okay.
I can't. That's way more important.
That's way better. That's an 18 on the wisdom now.
Okay.
Thank you.
You hold the card, and as you do, you are pushing against it with your hand, and for a moment you feel the card as you look at everybody here, and you feel a better understanding to this person than you did before. And for a moment it feels like the card gives, like the hard surface of its form folds in on itself. But as it does, you instead reach out with your mind and make this link, and suddenly there's a wash over Sly as this sort of green light from the card flows over her. And Sly head goes back, and her eyes open and they're glowing green. It's not dazzling bright, but like a dim green as something's resting in her. As that's happening, Aaren, you're holding the cards watching this, and you feel a slight feeling of like a tingling feeling from the deck, and you look at it, and in your hand, as you glance at it, it shimmers green for a moment, almost like it's reacting to you holding it. This spirit overcomes Sly. What's a peculiar sensation? They glance around at everyone here.
Howdy.
Sly?
Nada. And everyone like closes in on you guys, gathering around you as Sly stands in this circle. It's us. It's here. your patience. We're all here. The Seer is letting us talk to you. I see. What is the purpose of this?
We're here because we want you to be able to give your community a sense of peace. But also on our end, we want to finish what you started for good. We're going to get rid of the slum rot, but we need your help. We need all the information we can get leading towards something. A source, a clue, whatever we can latch onto, we'll take it and we'll run with it all the way.
Do we have, above game, do we have the book that we got from her? Or like yeah.
What is it you want to know? She looks around the room and she looks for a moment at you, Fable.
Listen, with all of your research, how is it spreading?
Yes. Every possible vector.
Okay.
It has been spread through organic fluid. It has been spread through respiratory connections. It could be airborne as well, though it spreads rapidly through physical contact. And it spreads through rodents, insects, surfaces.
Okay, so when you use different parts, what is that doing? Slowing the infection to a crawl?
No. The infection takes root in a single... the infection takes root in an organ, maybe two. They spread throughout that system until they infect the rest of the body. Replace that system, disease cannot spread.
All right. Now here's the real moneymaker. Source.
Unclear.
Aaren,
Is it magical?
did we show them the cards?
Yeah, give me 1 second. But is it magical? Or is it biological only?
It seems to be biological, but it does not... It seems resistant to magic. Magical healing does not seem to take any effect on it.
Interesting.
So, the only option left for us, replace parts.
I pull up the 3 cards. The Lord of Flies, the Witness, and what's the last one?
The Drowned.
The drowned.
The Drowned.
Drowned Rebel.
Any of
Drowned
these 3 look familiar to you?
No.
Fair enough. What you're doing, we're doing.
Can I use an insight check on that?
Sure. What is it you're trying to ask, Aaren?
I was saying, what you were doing, it wasn't sustainable.
That was your insight?
I heard that subwoofing Hans Zimmer Nat 1 go off.
I couldn't stop it. Like I couldn't. I tried, man.
But,
yeah, you don't know what to make of what they're saying, Una.
what you're doing, we're doing. It wasn't sustainable.
Of course, it
And
wasn't
it don't-
sustainable. The point wasn't to sustain anything. The point was to save as many as I could.
And it's
What was
not
I to
gonna
do?
be
Let
enough.
children die?
Not let children
Then
die.
why
but
take
you
me
butchered
again?
them.
You kidnapped me not once, but twice.
I hope to see why you were different. Why what I did with you turned out so much better than it did for so many people here. And you see a lot of people here like put their heads down. Many of the people here suffered bleed over parts of the traits of the things I gave them, bleeding into them, into their other vital parts, into their personalities. And most of all, none of them here were able to quite fit into society again. But you've adapted better than anyone here.
And what of the creatures that you dismantled to fix us, that died for this?
I do not take joy in that. Was I to let children die instead?
Well, the ones that you left alive, not all of them turned out into this happy kumbaya community that you got down here.
No.
A lot of them you left with scars and pain, and they don't know how to heal. That's why I say it wasn't sustainable. Even if you saved as many as you could, 3 to 4 times as much are getting infected right now, and you're inside one of them.
She is infected?
What do you think's going to happen if we also lose the Seer too?
May I see your blade?
Absolutely not.
A small one, please.
Give me a hand.
She puts out a hand.
And I just do the very tiniest little insulin prick on the tip of the thumb.
She pulls her hand away immediately and licks it. It is moving through her system.
Can you tell which organ?
It looks like it has entered the digestive system.
All right. Give me your long shot. Give me your wildest guess. I want your greatest hypothesis. I don't care if it's a shot in the dark, whatever you got. Because listen, you and I, we both know it's not going to stop.
What I can tell you is that whatever did this to her, whatever creates this thing, wherever it's coming from, it has gone through many mutations. Many, which means it must have come into contact with many different variety of organic material. What else I can tell you is that while it transmits from person to person effectively, it also transmits very effectively through types of rodents, insects, pestilence. But there has to be a subject 0.
All right.
I don't know if the subject 0 is responsible for this per se, but wherever they got in contact with, whatever gave them the infection, that is what we would need to find.
What do you think would be the best place to go looking for subject 0?
I have no idea.
Okay.
If the Mystic Foundation was still around, we could use their resources to try to isolate it, but they are not. Once they were gone, I was left on my own devices.
I'll find a way.
Understand this. While you hunt for this thing which may or may not be found, children are still going to die.
I'm well aware. And all of their deaths, all their blood, that's on our hands. And I'll let that live on my conscience as I go to sleep.
But why? Why bear that weight?
I know this is a raw deal, but it's the only hand we got to play.
That is not
Now,
true.
time is of the
No.
essence. Listen, remember the first part of this is for you to be able to speak with them. Because for now, let me explain another thing. You see, as the infection keeps spreading and spreading, once it makes it out the slums, they're going to start sending extermination crews full of Crown's Guard. And they're going to start picking people apart, burning corpses, burning people who they think might be infected, And then they're going to hear rumblings about monsters in the sewers. And then they're going to come down here and clean house thinking that this is the start of all of it. That's why I say time is of the essence and that what you're doing is not sustainable. Because no matter what, they're going to put the blame on all of y'all down here. And I'm here to help. So is Sly. So is everyone else here. Especially Fable. So when I say we're going to stop this, that's a guarantee.
You can make a persuasion or intimidation check.
Do I get advantage for all the information that I gave?
Or for my glare?
People's glare. All right, let's see here. You said persuasion or intimidation. I don't want to scare people. Well, actually, I kind of do want to scare people into a bit of urgency, so I'll do intimidation. And I have one heroic inspiration. I'm going to re-roll it again because I don't think a 7's going to cut it.
That's even worse.
Oh.
I don't know why the person with -1 is doing all this talk.
Okay.
Me either.
You're so good at it, though.
I also have minus. I have -1.
You can try to intimidate me if you wish. I am already dead. I might as well be trapped in these cards. Just know that you are choosing not to use every method and every tool at your disposal. Think on that as you weigh those lost lives on your mind when you sleep.
Well, then we will be debating the ethics about what we did in the hells together. Now, say your goodbyes.
Nanetta. Rorik. What do you want us to do? We could probably tear them apart here. No? You have survived this long. Continue surviving. They will eventually realize how futile what they are doing is, and they will come back. This community you have built might be the only thing that lasts. But if they do come, welcome them. Remember, everyone will be scared and lost when they face this, just as you all were. I am sorry for whatever pain I have caused so many of you. But I am proud to see you all living and persevering, despite the hardships you have been through. And with that, they look at Fable. I hope you can understand. I was doing the best I could with what I had to work with. And I would happily do it again, if it meant giving each and every one of the people here, yourself included, a chance. With that, they close their eyes, and Sly, your eyes open yet again.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm ready to start whenever you
I
are.
hand the deck back to you.
What?
I hand the deck back to you.
What?
Conversation's done.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that wasn't so bad.
Listen, I'll fill you in just a second. I hand a business card to Lorik. It's Lorik, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hand it to Lorik. All right. We'll be back when we have more news But I am serious. If any of the guards come sniffing around, you send someone to confine me at that address. You understand?
Yeah.
We don't got to be friends, but that don't mean I won't protect you.
He looks at you, and you see him like holding back tears and anger. And you see the rest of this community coming in close and observing and paying their final respects to the ones, to Aneta and to you all for visiting and seeing the plight that so many of them live in. When things get real bad, when you're all dying out in the streets because of the thing only she could stop, our doors will be open for you as well. Because she asked.
Well, should that happen, it'll be our own choice. I look over at the guy with the tongue and summon my flail back to me. Thanks for keeping that warm for me.
He just sort of...
And if we prove all of you wrong and find a cure, I expect a round of beer and a handwritten apology.
He scoffs at you.
We'll be in touch.
And with that, you guys turn and leave as he turns back to his following, and they start conversing. And you guys slowly make your way out of the sewer. And I think that is probably the best place for us to leave off. Guys, this could have turned into a bloodbath. It didn't. That's real great.
Thank you, Slide.
Not
Thank
a
you.
bloodbath.
We told you it was
Ooh.
this was a diplomacy mission. We told you that.
I'm just
That's why I
saying,
didn't say
hey,
anything.
you know, the best laid diplomacy plans sometimes turn into bloodbaths.
For sure, yeah.
You know, if
Thank you for watching,
it
you guys.
couldn't turn into a bloodbath, you didn't need diplomacy. That's what it's for.
This is what happened. You sent the resin first. We're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that, we will wrap up our show tonight. Everyone for watching, thank you so much. We are going to be back here on Sunday for episode 3 of Defenders of Phandelver.
They're still alive.
They
are somehow still alive.
Their dangerous dungeon, and they are returning back to the city of Phandelver, or returning back to Phandalin, the city of Phandalin. And yeah, they have basically almost an entire session of role play ahead of them. Combat.
I don't believe you for a second. Yeah, slight chance. Okay,
I'm
there
gonna
it
say
is.
it's like a 10% chance of combat. It's
Are
sort
they
of like
still level
unpredictable
1?
weather. But yeah,
That doesn't give you any hope.
thank you all for watching, and we will be back next week as well for more Fears and Fortunes.
More fears.
Yeah, more fears, maybe some fortunes.
You got some fortunes this episode.
Yeah, but you know, thank you again, and please tell people about the show. Please give your wonderful support to the amazing crew at Forgotten Adventures for providing us these amazing maps and amazing tokens, some of which they let us kit bash to make all these mutant freaks.
Thank you for the tongue guy.
Yeah, the tongue guy.
Forgotten
yeah.
Adventures. Thank you for the tongue guy.
That's actually a
What do you mean by
want T token. The only thing I added was the tongue. The rest of him was just as is. So
Thank you, Forgotten Adventures, and also George.
yeah. But yeah, that's all of our show. If you want to show your support, leave a comment on anything we post or tell your friends about the show. We are trying to get the word out there as best we can, and we would appreciate all of your support.
Also, clip the show. You can clip it. Wait,
can
actually,
clip
can
it,
they
yeah.
clip it on Twitch? Do they have that option, George?
They do. Yes, absolutely. I believe so. If they don't,
I don't
send me a message and I will
Oh,
fix
say.
that.
Oh yeah, they do. It's on there.
Cool,
It's on
cool,
there. It's on there.
Fan
You can-
cams. We accept fan
Listen.
cams.
Every time I say something stupid, you could be clipping it. I'm just saying.
This is true.
Howdy compilation.
This is true. Again, thank you all, and thanks for any support you can show us. We will be back next week. See you Sunday. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Au revoir.
Fear is how it starts. Unsure what you'll find. It could tear you apart. You take a leap of chance. You break your mother's oath now. Macabre is the dance. And set free are the ghosts. Will a card save us here? Will it spell out our dooms? Only one thing is clear. We face fears and fortunes. Fears and fortunes. The cards don't ever lie. There's only 14 ghosts, but a million ways to die.